Alright everybody, welcome to the Milwaukee Mile. Gary Jenkins up here in a booth bringing you codes for the Inspired Thunder Series Cars Tour portion of this season. This will be, as a matter of fact, one of the last time we'll see the Cars Tour. As right now, the remaining schedule for the Cars Tour portion of the Thunder Series. I can find it here actually. As a matter of fact, this is it. The final 74 laps of the Cars Tour late model. Next week we'll be going to trucks for 4 weeks. So right now, Aaron Stanton, Pacey, Widget, Ben Kennert, Mike Hauser, Ben Milton, top 5. Farmer Williams, Jason and Hayden Williams, Colt Ward, Ty Wilson, the top 10. Sorry, folks, trying to work through a couple things here. Things are a little. Sorry, folks, trying to work through it. Iffy here. For 1 mile, and of course it's going to be a little difficult, I feel like, for a lot of these drivers to pass just because of possibly how to rear end and how much you can get before the red limiter kicks in. And of course we've seen on these mile tracks, or even a track like Martinsville, where you got to just about full send it to try to have the opportunity to pass somebody. Of course, it was very physical last week at Southern National, to say the least. But while we got a moment here, talk to last week's winner, Ben Milden. Ben Milden, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth guy, coffee buddy.
Hey, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing pretty good after what was a very physical race last week, but nonetheless able to take the lead with 2 laps to go and be able to get your first oval win. Where's the confidence level right now in this 2018, being that this will be the last time we run the late models for the foreseeable future? And do you feel like you had the possibility to go 2 in a row?
Well, I wasn't confident last week, so I guess we'll keep the same mindset for this week. Then there's always a chance. Last week was totally unexpected, but it was good fun. Maybe got lucky, but to be lucky, you got to be good, and good to be lucky, I suppose. I don't even know if that makes sense.
Well, buddy, won't keep you very long, but I'll ask you this. Right, the last couple of times we went to Martinsville, half-mile, drivers talked like it was hard to pass with the rev limiter. It would appear anything over a half-mile is going to be hard to pass. Is that something you're seeing right now?
Yeah, it seems like that's all everyone's talking about in the chat. It's like it's going to be pretty much impossible to pass. But then I reminded them they've got bumpers, so you know.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you for the second straight week at the end of this thing.
Yeah, I hope so, Garrett. It's nice to hear you sounding better than last week. You sounded pretty rough last week.
I know. It would be on your first win too now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, just my luck.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight.
Yeah, catch you soon, mate.
Just goes to show that tonight's going to be more track position based than anything else. Well, right now it is still all Aaron Stanton. And the points coming into tonight goes as followed. Actually, we'll get him here in just a second. Aaron Stanton back on top of the points lead by 6 over Colton Ward. Right now, them two are the front runners for this championship. Aaron hard into the wall. Right now, minute and a half remaining in practice before we'll get set to go for 74 laps around Milwaukee. Trying to tell right now, 90 degrees. So it might not be too fast, might not be too slick either. Alright. Practice concluded. Aaron Stanton top of the board with 385. 16 drivers will take the green for tonight. As qualifying about to get underway. So Aaron Stanton on the clock to get us started. Stanton right now across the line. 15-7 right now to fastest sector 1. Elijah Fisher matches him. Trying to beat 31.519 for Stanton. Fisher top of the board with a 433. Cup Series champion Mike Hauser sits in third. Jason Williams fourth. Ty Wilson the top 5. Matt Siders, Dustin Walney the Top 7 across the line. Stanton second lap. 4:42. Will not be quick enough. Ryder Fisher ups it again. 4:26 for Fisher's first lap, or second lap, really. Hayden Williams, first lap, 5th quickest with a 6:06. Williams across the line, second lap. 6:10, not enough to improve. Will stay 7th quickest. Pacey Widget on the track. Track temps dropped down to 78, so going to be a lot of grip in the track. 2 minutes remaining. Stephen Henning Jr. up to 3rd. 31.480. Widget top of the board. 31.378. Travis Farmer 5.94. 7th quickest for Travis Farmer. Pace second lap will not be quicker. Last week's winner, Ben Milton. A minute remaining. This is first lap. 6:05, 9th quickest for the 28. Second time around. Cross the line, survey says. Yeah, 590. They'll put him up to 7th. The Zero Delta machine. Or it will be Pacey Widget, Elijah Fisher, Aaron Stitt, Stephen Henning Jr., Tyler Stone with a top 5 start. Tonight, Ben Kennard, Ben Milton, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser, Hayden and Jason Williams will be 10th and 11th. Waltney, Wilson, and Matt Siders. Ryan Hendon leader, Colt Ward will round out the field for tonight. Alright. The field is set. But just because I like it so much, I just went through the running order, so I'll just let it roll on the bottom here. The starting lineup. All right. There we go.
Alright, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Well, that was the honorary spotter for tonight. Stephen hitting junior spotter, as a matter of fact. Comp caution coming on lap 37 for the halfway break. Well, right now, if you're Aaron Stanton, you want to build as much cushion to Colt Ward. It comes down to tonight, only 6 separating the 2. Next week, we'll be going to the trucks for the month. And them tracks, as soon as I can find it. The new tracks will include April 4th, Auto Club, Iowa, April 11th, Charlotte, April 6th, Richmond, April 25th. As pace car about to be in this time, the final portion of personally my favorite car on iRacing. The car store is green. Pacey Widget leads lap 1. Right now, Fisher way up the racetrack toward the outside lane. Stanton looks to the bottom at 00, not able to get nothing. Sees 16 a little bit loose off the corner. And right now, pushing Widget into that 3rd corner. Fisher hanging strong with that outside lane, trying to make something happen. Slides up a little wide. You can go about 6 wide on this track. Wouldn't recommend it. Fisher trying to hang strong out outside lane. Further back, Ben Newton. Mike Hauser trying to make up some ground. And you see it right now, the difficulty to pass. Fisher credit, he's trying his damnedest. It's down the outside lane. Tyler Stone defending the 4th spot right now from Ben Kennard. Ben Milner looks to the bottom. Last week's winner for Southern National. Oh, Tyler Stone, big bump, but they're going to be 3 wide. Was 3 wide, momentarily exited 2. Fisher slides back to 3rd. Stand up to 2nd right now. Colt Ward running in 13th spot. Oh, Fisher dumps Stanton. I'm sorry, allow me to reword that. Elijah Fisher into the back of Aaron Stanton. Caution is out. I apologize, that sounded wrong. And there is, not sure how much damage to the points leader. Hard to really say, go back and look at it. I don't think he got that outside wall. Right on board with the 27. Don't think he hit much of anything. Right on board with theirs. Right on board, this will tell us. Right on board the roll bar. That is not hitting nothing. Well, Elijah Fisher right now the points leader. And Pacey Widget went into pit road. Interesting decision for the 00. He'll restart at the back of the field. So it will be Fisher, Milton, Mike Hauser, and Tyler Stone, and Ben Knert top 5. Alright. Still getting ready for the 1 to green. Alright, 64 laps to go.
Green flag, green flag.
We're rolling. Fish already out. To the top spot, Tyler Stone, Hauser, Steve Henning, Jr. side by side, Nick Knert for the 5th spot. Well, Ben Milton in hot pursuit of the number 16 machine. And you know what? I might just go to KFC tomorrow. I could use some fried chicken. Well, Milton to the inside. Looking to go 2 in a row and in the final leg of the Cars Tour. In about the best way possible. Hauser the second. Again, in a very few short weeks. Matter of fact, it's either next week or week after next. You're going to see drivers in new numbers. As Ben Milton takes the lead with ease. Mike Hauser the second. Fisher going to try to cross his soon-to-be former teammate over and the reigning defending Inspire Cup Series champion, Mike Hauser. Zero Delta right now to the top spot. Right now they run 1st, 5th, 11th. Fisher to the inside. Don't know if he's going to try to sit in on Hauser. No, he does not. But however, Tyler Stone looks to the outside. Well, Stone actually going to drop a spot now to Ben Knert. Mike Hauser got a big run down the back straightaway on Milton's going to try to look to the inside, potentially, not this time. Knert looks to the inside of Elijah Fisher now for the 3rd spot. Well, forget that. Mike Hauser sitting in on the bottom anyway. Milton's going to cross him over again. I ain't going to be able to get there. So Mike Hauser, the Cup Series champion, out front. And what a very emotional night it was. Monday night for Mike Hauser. And if he wins tonight, I'm not sure the poor boy's going to be able to process it all. Meanwhile, further back, Aaron Stanton, the points leader, trying to rebound. They're getting turned earlier in the race. And what has been the only caution so far. Right now, Stanton up to 6th. Hayden Williams off the wall a little bit. Pacey Widget as well trying to make up some ground as Pacey's going to send it in on the bottom of Hayden Williams. All right, and now Fisher all the way in the grass. Stanton up underneath Tyler Stone. Now that 27's coming. But meanwhile, Pacey Widget to his inside. 53 to go. Oh, and Pacey muscles the 27 up out of line. Well, you think back to Darlington. These two had a run in. It's going to cost Stanton another spot, possibly two. So right now it is Hauser, Ben Milton, Ben Knert, the top three. Fisher, Pacey, Widget, the top five. Stanton, Stone, Hayden, Williams, Travis Farmer, Stephen Henning Jr., the top 10. Of course, at the halftime caution, we will get a word with the halftime winner. 50 to go. Meanwhile, further back in the field, run through the back half of the field. Ty Wilson right now looking under Colt Ward, who is Ward struggling right now tonight. Of course, I think Colt will be the first one to tell you this is not his strong suit as far as cars go. He'll look to rebound next week. I don't know though. Never count out Colt Ward right now. Pacey Widget fastest lap on lap 15 of a 31.454. The fast five right now, you see him on the screen. Overall, as Ben Knert is running down Mike Hauser. There you see it. As a matter of fact, Ben Knert, the fastest that last time by. However, the fastest 5 for 5. Okay, it goes to Ben Knert over Pacey Widget, Hauser, Stanton, and Fisher. Mike Hauser's led 11 laps so far, make it 12. Cross the line. Fisher's going to take the defensive line on the 00. Going to make him run the outside lane. Going to try to cross him over. Going to use the apron, get a little bit of turn through the middle of the corner. Fisher trying to do everything he can to keep him back there. Pacey going to enter very low, going to make Fisher run. Middle lane, both on trying to take the bottom away. This will be the battle for third. But it's also going to be big, just depending on how the strategy plays. But well, obviously they're going to pit. You don't want to be on that outside lane. And these two still side by side. this time, Pacey able to get clear for the moment. Quarter car length, gonna try to pull away here. Fisher big time loose. Milne taking evasive action. Good grief. Hell of a save for Elijah Fisher. Right now the gap 43 laps to go. The gap now 0.3 from first to second. Then you got to go all the way back 1.8. Aaron Stanton look underneath Ben Milton. Now they're going to use the bottom. Try to get that car to turn a little bit more in the center. Lifetime break coming up. We'll see how the field kind of stacks this. Right now, top 5 as they run: Hauser, Knurt, Widget, Fisher, Aaron Stanton. Ben Milne hangs just outside top 5 in 6. Hayden Williams, Travis Farmer, Tyler Stone, Colton Ward, the top 10. First time Ward's broke inside the top 10 all night. And Knurt came close to getting the bumper at 43. Halftime caution should be coming up next lap. When Mike Hauser crosses the line, I have all lighties. And there it is. So Mike Hauser, the halfway winner. Knurt, Widget, Fisher, Stanton. So you can't get a quick word with Mike Hauser here. Mike Hauser off to a great start. Cup champion on Monday. Halfway winner on Saturday. How's the car been? How difficult has it been to make passes around this place?
The car feels pretty good tonight. I'm not going to lie. I think we had a really good long run car in practice. Kind of near the end of that run there, Ben Knurt was catching us. So I think we kind of know what we need to adjust on or what we really need to be doing. It is a little tough to make passes, but, you know, some of the guys have been running that outside line, but my bread and butter's the inside. So if I get the inside, I'll be good, but it is kind of tough to pass here. So just got to focus forward, and hopefully we'll get this thing in victory lane tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck here. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. So the field coming in this time, 4 tires. If you didn't take tires, you'd be crazy not to. Field rolling down, Pacey, Widget. We're getting the race off pit road. Knurt, Stanton, Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, top 5. Half down after go in the final race for the late models. All right, pace car's in. Widget, Canert, we're rolling again. Side by side. Stanton way up the racetrack. Gonna try to blend in line behind Canert, Fisher, and Hauser side by side. Canert hanging tough on the outside lane. Thing about it is, well, I'm about to say how long can he hold off Widget, but he got a hell of a run down the back straightaway. 0.6 of a second, not quite able to clear yet. Stanton fires it in on the bottom. Gridlocked. Yep. Oh, fish off the wall again. Well, good news is they're catching a safer barrier. It ain't still slightly damaging the car, but could be worse. Could be hitting that concrete portion of it on the front straightaway. You'll see right there where the safer barrier ends, exit of 4. As right now, 30 to go, and Widget holding on to the top spot, and Canert battling back. What would it mean? A 0 Delta win. Second straight win for the team. Ben Canert trying to deliver that right now. Ben Milton back to 9th. Canert a little too high up off the racetrack, and he'll start to slide back. Well, Widget, Stanton, Hauser, Fisher, Canert in the top 5. Colt Ward is cracked inside the top 6. Travis Farmer, Ben Milton, Hayden Williams, Tyler Stone, your top 5. Jason Williams, Dustin Walney, Ryan Hendon, leader Ty Wilson, Matt Siders, and Stephen Henning Jr. Running in 16th. All right, for the lead. Stanton will try and take it this time. He will. Hauser's going to fill the gap on the bottom. Not going to let Widget down to the inside yet. Hauser sends it in. Throw in the back. Tyler Stone, Stephen Henning Jr. around off the exit of 4. Caution is out. All right, well, Stephen Henning Jr. will be done for the night. Let's see what happened to him and Tyler Stone. Oh, Stone gets loose. Oh! Dustin Walning, massive damage to that number 11. Let's see what happened to Tyler Stone. Oh, I guess the grass a little bit. Bounces off the wall into traffic, wanting nowhere to go. I think Steven just locks it up to avoid trouble. I can hear Steven now. I can't repeat what it... I think Steven's actually just going to park it for tonight. We'll see. Several drivers in: Ben Knert, Ben Milden, Mike Hauser's led 22 laps so far. Colton Ward, Elijah Fisher, all of them come in this time for service. Alright, to re-rack it. Stanton, Widget, Jason Williams, Ty Wilson, Ben Knert, top 5. Milton Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Colt Ward, Travis Farmer, your top 10.
flag, green
We're
flag.
rolling. 13 drivers left in it. Jason Williams up to the third spot. One didn't stay out. Stanton fires it to the bottom. Gonna try to get the run. Down the back straightaway. Gonna be side by side with Widget. Mike Hauser, fast lap of the race, 31.442. Widget fires it right back to the inside on Stanton again. Stanton, big time blocked. No love lost between these two. Widget all over the back bumper. Stanton moves him up the track. 16 to go. Stanton holds the position. Knert's going to fire it right back down on the bottom again. With 15 to go. Tyler Stone rolling back out onto the racetrack. 7 laps down. Waltney done for a night. Steve Eddie Jr. Oh, Fisher! Whoo! Go back and look at that one. What in the world? Oh, Milton into the back of him. Into the wall. That impact might be a little more severe. Right now, the battle for the lead rages on. Basically going to send it in again. Ben Knert this time off the wall a little bit. No harm, no foul. Widget's going to fire it right back to the inside again. Stanton going to cross Pacey right back over. And you can tell these guys right here, Knert all the way back to Colt Ward. They are licking their chops that these two come together. Pacey's going to cross them over. Oh, Ben Milton around. Fisher hard off the wall. Matt Siders gets a piece of Elijah Fisher. Massive damage to that 16. And I'm pretty sure they're all unrelated incidents. Look back at it. Ah, Milton gets into the... Okay, so Milton gets into the grass. Right there. Very identical to Tyler Stone. And Elijah Fisher, what in the world, son? Sees it gets a little bit loose. And that little bit of contact, but you got to think, as many times as he's bounced that car off the outside water now, oh yeah, it's going to be some big damage. Well, any takers? Nope. All right, pace car's in.
Green flag.
Bat rolling again. 7 to go. I think now the aggression probably going to get a little bit more intense. Widget's going to fire it back down to the bottom. Standing off the wall. Going to shut the door on Pacey. Slams it shut. Well, this time, Pacey to the bottom. These two going at it. Ben Knert lying in wait. Colt Warren inside the top 5. Stanton this time way up the racetrack. Pacey's going to cover it. Hauser and Knert come together. Four to go for Pacey Widget. Does Stanton have anything left? Gonna be hard to see. Tyler Stone went around, toes it back to the pit. Stone be done for the night. With a gap now, 3/10 over from Pacey to Stanton. 3 to go. We're 2 to go. Gap still 3/10. Aaron's going to have to send it. Cuss it down. 2.4. 2.3. White flag. 1 to go for Aaron Stanton and Pacey Widget. Can Stanton get to the back bumper? Pacey rolls the entry so good. Stanton takes a little bit out the apron. Going to try to get one more rotation out of it. He'll have one more chance. Stanton sends it in. Misses it by that much. Pacey Widget will take the final late model stock car. Racing inspired. Stanton's just going to wreck it. Very frustrated. Elijah Fisher went around across the line as well. A couple other ones. Okay, nah. Yeah, drivers just fed up with themselves. Pacey Widget back to victory lane. So you can't get a word with the driver of the 00. Pacey Widget, were you just lying in wait, buddy, or was it a little bit more difficult to get the job done tonight? Take us through the whole, really take us through the whole race.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily hard.
Good God Almighty.
I figured I just wanted to do what Aaron wanted to do to me there after the line, so I figured I'd just throw myself at the wall. That way we can mimic Wednesday a little bit. But anyways, no, it was a challenging race. It took me a little while to figure out how to like truly go fast. Never actually clicked until qualifying, so no, it was just a fun, one hell of a battle for with me and Aaron there. He was chopping my nose, I chop his nose, contact, door slam. Good, hard, fun racing. Definitely some of the best racing I've had in iRacing, at least contact-wise. Like it felt like a true short track race. So, but no, that was, hats off, one of the best battles I've ever had in on the sim in general.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this: what made tonight difficult? Did it come down to more tires, or just we see with these cars, anything a half mile or bigger? Saw it at Martinsville a lot. We ran there earlier in the year, but I mean, it's just hard to really make passes with these cars on anything a half mile or bigger. Was that kind of the challenge tonight, or was it more of a tire game? Really, what was the difficult aspect tonight?
Passing was probably the most difficult part. It just has to do with the lack of horsepower these cars have. Pretty much as soon as you get back on the gas, you're just full throttle. So the only real option to pass was to dive it into the corner. But other than that, it wasn't like the easiest way to explain it is this was a super speedway for the late model stock.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I've got to thank everybody who puts us on. You for broadcasting, the wife for letting me do this, the kids for sleeping again. Then yeah, just everybody who follows me in chat, and Teresa, she sends me a congrats every time I win, so shout out to her.
All right, buddy. In the final Cars Tour stock car race for Inspire for the foreseeable future, the 00 will go right back to victory lane for what now, the 5th or 6th time?
I think this was a 5th time in Thunder.
Man, stuff only you ran full time. I swear. All right, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it'll be a second place run for Aaron Stanton tonight. Good news is you'll finish ahead of Colton Ward. Extend that points gap going into.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You want me to win a championship?
I want you to win the damn championship.
All right.
Some bitch.
What's up, Garrett?
Well, take us to tonight. Bit of another physical night, but really, Pacey Widget said one of the best battles he ever had. Take us to the night for the 27. Up and down night, to say the least.
Well, I got spun 5 laps into the race. Drove all the way back from dead last to the front. Got into a crazy battle. The dude's unbeatable, so I don't know what to say.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, this will be really take us through what has been. Of course, this is the final car store late model race for the foreseeable future for the league. How do you evaluate the last 8 races with these cars, especially the last 4? What do you take away from this, and how do you prepare to try to defend the points lead still next week entering Auto Club for the trucks?
I feel like I have a pretty good shot at Auto Club. Definitely one of my better tracks in the trucks. But as far as these cars go, they're fun, but they're fun but unfun at the same time. I feel like they're not that great in a serious league setting because you can't pass. It's so hard to pass people unless you just like run them over. They're fun because you can't pass, but in a serious league setting, it's just frustrating. Put it that way.
Well, buddy, it'll be a hell of a night for you tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Thanks, Elijah, for putting this all together. Thank you, Garrett, for streaming this every time, and that's all I really got.
All right, buddy. Aaron Stanton will extend the points lead over Colt Ward entering Auto Club next Saturday night. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Yep, thank you.
Well, the reigning Cup Series champion will come home third tonight. Mike Hauser, take us to the night for the 43.
Oh man, I felt like we let that one slip away, Garrett. We were so fast early in the race. We were fast. We were able to navigate traffic, and we were just cruising on that bottom. And I guess it was just not having the best pit selection or not having the best pit stall that lost us a couple spots there on that caution at halfway. And honestly, I thought tires were going to win us that race. Ben did a heck of a job, holding me down there and keeping me on the bottom and, using everything he could. But I feel like I kind of used my stuff up a little bit trying to get by Ben Knert. But, hats off to him for putting on a great race there. I was having fun. But no, I felt like we had a really fast car there. And just couldn't quite get it done. So maybe track position was better. But all in all, still a good night for the 43. We tied for the most laps led. I thought I had the fastest lap, and then Pacey blew that out of the water by a tenth. So still great night. Feel like I have a lot of speed in the late models, but things just can't get put together. But I don't know where we're going next. But
Auto
we gotta win
Club.
it under one of these days. Auto Club.
Trucks.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that then probably for Easter. Oh well, the week after that we'll be back in the seat and we'll hopefully go win that whatever track we're at in the trucks 2 weeks from now.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Last question I got for let's head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for doing the broadcast, Elijah for putting the league on, and for being a good teammate. And for everyone showing up tonight, I think we had a great race tonight. Really good hard racing, not a lot of wrecks, so I think that's all we can really ask for. And I'm looking forward to racing more on Saturdays. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for racing tonight, and everyone for watching too. All the people watching.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job. Mike Hauser will come home Thursday night from Milwaukee. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Final results, we'll roll them across the screen at the top. There'll be Pacey Widget going to victory lane. Stanton, Hauser, Ward, Knert, your top 5. Travis Farmer, Hayden Williams, Elijah Fisher, Ben Milton, Matt Siders, the top 10. Ryan Hendon, leader, Ty Wilson, Jason Williams, Stephen Henning Jr., Tyler Stone, Dustin Watney, the 16 drivers who started tonight. And with that being said, I will see everybody right now next Saturday night for Auto Club at the trucks. Wednesdays are still very much up in the air, but we'll see if a deal can get finalized. But until then, everybody have a good night. We'll see you next Saturday.